For page 381 for lesson 12.1, I am going to do the even ones with you. So if you would like to follow along, you are welcome to, or you're welcome to just try them on your own, or if you get stuck, head back to this video. So I think you guys have to choose 6 of them. I'm doing 5, so you have to find one to try out on your own. So it tells us that the height of a parallelogram is 4 times its base. The base is 2.5 feet. Find the area of the parallelogram. So for area of parallelogram, I want to use that formula of base times height. So if I remember, parallelograms look something like this, right? I'm taking that triangle and just moving it over here. So I just have a rectangle, length times width, so we call it base times height. So my base is 2.5 feet. And the height is 4 times bigger than this. So the height is 4 times bigger than that. So I need to find the height first. So find the height. I need to write times by h times by 4 will equal the height. So I know the base is 2.5. So I need to find the height. So 4 plus 1 is 5 over 2, and I need 4 of those. So there is 20 over 2, which is 10. So the height of my triangle is, or not my triangle, my parallelogram is 10. So now I can do base times height. So I want to make this improper, and then I can go ahead and multiply that out and simplify that to find my final area of the parallelogram. And don't forget, your answer is going to be in feet squared, because we are seeing how many squares we can cut this parallelogram into. Number 6 says that a parallelogram has an area of 125 square inches. So this time it is giving me that total area. So the area is 125. My formula is area equals base times height. If it is 125 inches long, so that's the base. So the base is 25, so 125 is the area. The base is 25. I'm looking for the height. So we're going to head back to module 9, right? I want to get this variable alone. I'm solving for h. So the opposite of 25 times h is to divide by 25. And I'm going to do that to both sides. Right, so this is 1. So I'll do 125 divided by 25. And all that's left over here is h. So once I know 125 divided by 25, that will equal the height. So whatever the height is times 25 should equal 125 inches squared. So when it gives us the area, all we're doing is working backwards. Set it up, work backwards. The opposite of multiplying base times height is to divide. So if I work backwards by dividing, I will find the height. Number 8 says a window is the shape of a rhombus. So a rhombus is just a square parallelogram. So all of the sides are equivalent. So every side is the same, with each side being 20 inches long. So all of those are 20, and the height is 16. What is the area in square inches of the glass needed for the window? So area is base times height. So the base is 20. The height is 16. When I do 16 times 20, that will give me my answer. And we are measuring in inches. So inches squared once I have done that problem. Number 10 and 12 are just giving us the facts. So there's no fluff about it, just the facts. So if I draw this out, so my base is 10, my height is 4.5. So I need to do 10 and I need to multiply that by 4.5. So one thing I've seen a lot of us do is we want to line up our decimals when we multiply. We're getting so good at it when we add and subtract that we want to do the same thing when we multiply, but this is the only one we don't have to put our decimals straight up and down. So I can just do 4.5 and I can multiply by 10. I picked 10 because it was easier on the bottom. And I just ignore my decimal for now. I'm just doing 45 times 10. Then once I'm done, I'm going to make it 10 times smaller and move that decimal one place. So instead of 45, it's 4.5. So once I'm done, I move my decimal one place. So 0 times 5, 0, 0 times 4, 0. Now I need a placeholder because I'm timesing by a number 10 times bigger. So I need to start my answer in the tens place. So there's 5 and 4. So I add those up and move my decimal one place. And my answer is meters squared because I'm finding how many squares can fit into this parallelogram. Hey, over here we have our, it was a very terrible parallelogram. Base is 8 1/6 and the height is 2 4/7. So base times height, so I need to make these improper. So there's 48 plus 1 is 49 over 6. And I'm going to times that by, there's 14 plus 4 is 18. Kind of left me there. Over 7. So now I can do 49 times 18, but I can make my life a lot easier if I simplify first. So I'm looking here. I've got 16 and 8. I can simplify those. What goes in a factor of 16 and 8? We've been practicing factors. So 6 goes into both of those. 6 goes in there 1 time. 6 goes in there 3 times. Now I can look this way, and 7 is a factor of both of those. 7 goes in there, whoops, not 7 times. 1 time, and 7 goes into 49 7 times. This is a much simpler problem. 7 times 3, 1 times 1, and simplify will give me my answer in yards squared. So go ahead and pick one other problem for you to do and get those checked off.